Hey guys, we are going to jump into another 30-minute playful Vinyasa sequence, and we're actually just going to jump right into movement. So if you feel like you want to do any sitting or child's pose to start, pause and then start when you're ready to move. Let's find a tabletop position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and then just start to shift your weight forward and back, getting some mobility into the wrist joints. Maybe take some circles and then switch direction of the circles. So if you've taken my classes before, either online or in person, you know I'm a big fan of giving some attention and some love to the wrists. So let's come back to neutral spine. Come up onto the right fingertips and then the left fingertips. Right hand down, left hand down. We're gonna keep with this. This is gonna start to build some strength in the hands and the wrists and the forearms. If this feels pretty easy, you could curl onto the toes and come into a high plank. Right fingertips, right hand down, left hand down. If that feels easy, then you're a badass. Come to the tops of the toes and do the same thing. Right fingertips, right hand down, left hand down. Wherever you're at, let's switch directions. Left fingertips, left hand down, right hand down. Left fingertips, left hand, right hand. Again, stick with it. We'll take a couple more. Keep the hips as steady as you can. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Meeting back in neutral. Let's all come into a high plank. So tucking onto the toes, wrists under shoulders. Press the floor away. Strong through the back body. On your exhale, come down onto the forearms, forearm plank. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Shift your weight into the right elbow. And then left fingertips reach back, glue the left hand to the left thigh. And then come back through center and swap it out. Right hand reaches back for the right thigh. Come back through center. Drop the hips to the floor, untuck the toes, pull the heart through. Sphinx pose. On your exhale, release the heart to the floor. Slide the hands under the shoulders, curl onto the toes. We'll press up through a high plank. And then exhale, send the hips back, landing in our first down dog. Couple cycles of breath here to pedal out the feet. Bend into one knee and then the other knee. Shift hips side to side. On your next inhale, sweep right toes high. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, step the foot all the way through. And then on your exhale, step the left foot forward and cross the left ankle over the right. Hands can stay in the center or walk to the top left corner of the mat. Little micro bend in the right knee just to make sure the joint space is protected. And then walking hands back through center. Hands to interlace at the base of the skull. One vertebrae at a time. Let's roll up the spine, coming all the way up to standing. Left ankle is still crossed. Open the heart to the sky. Inhale to come back to a neutral spine. Elbows pull open. So we're opening the heart here, but then knit the rib cage in so there's no back bend in the shape. Unravel the left knee up into the chest. See if you can bring the left foot to the right inner thigh without using the hands. And then on your exhale, reach the left elbow towards the left knee. Lengthening out down the right side body. Inhale to come back through center. Arms extend up overhead. On your exhale, cactus out the arms, a little baby back bend in the shape, only as far as is supported in the low spine. Inhale to come back up through center. Point the left knee to the front of the room and exhale, slow motion step to the back of the mat. Left toe, step back, power lunge. Soften the left knee to the floor as you inhale, upper body lifts. Lift the right heel from the floor and open the heart to the sky. And then inhale to release the back bend. Untuck the left toes. See if you can press into the top of the left foot and lift the left knee from the floor. Really keep inviting the hips down and forward. So we're inviting length in the front of the left hip. Drop the left knee down, drop the right heel down, frame out the right foot and straighten out through right leg, half split. Right toes pull back, right hip pulls back. And then rebending into the right knee. Frame out the right foot. We're gonna keep the left knee grounded, kick the right toes back, three-legged table. And then open the heart to the front of the room and lift the right toes as high as you can. Curl onto the left foot, keeping the heart open, straighten out through the left leg. And then on your exhale, right knee to nose, active round through the back body. Inhale to kick back, open the heart. Exhale to curl in, right knee to nose. One more time, inhale, open up. And then drop the right toes next to the left. Send the hips back, downward dog. Ripple forward, high plank. Elbows stay into the side bodies as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, but keep the toes tucked at the bottom. Knees can drop down if you need them to. On your inhale, press all the way back up. On your exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. 2 more, inhale, press all the way back up. Exhale all the way back down. Last one, inhale, press all the way up. On your exhale, all the way to the belly, and release. Untuck the toes, hands come wider than the mat, and then pressing into the fingers. On your inhale, lift the heart. With your exhale, drop right shoulder down. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Inhale to come back through center, keep heart lifted. And then exhale, release the heart to the floor. Hands underneath the shoulders. Ground into the knees, press up into your tabletop position, shift to the fingertips, and active round through the back body. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Coming up to standing on the shins, hands to the low back, roll the shoulders together and down as you open the heart. Inhale to release the back bend. Bring hands back underneath the shoulders and lift the knees to a hover above the mat. Come up onto the right fingertips. And then right hand taps left shoulder and then left toes lift to a hover. Left toes down, right hand down, come onto the left fingertips. Stay here or left hand to right shoulder. Stay here or right toes to a hover. Left hand down, right toes down, kick back, downward dog. On your inhale, left toe sweep high. With your exhale, knee into the chest, step the foot all the way through. Straighten out through left leg for a moment. And then on your exhale, we're gonna play with a big step to the top of the mat. Right ankle crosses over the left. Hands stay in the center or walk to the top right corner of the mat. And pulling left hip back, little bend in left knee. And then inhale to walk the hands back through center. Interlacing fingers at the base of the skull. Chin pulls in towards chest, elbows pulling towards each other. One vertebrae at a time, let's roll up the spine. Once you're up, open the heart. Elbows pull apart and down towards the back corners of the mat. Glutes are engaged here as much as possible. Inhale to release the back bend. Pull the elbows open towards the back of the room, but then knit the rib cage in. Unravel the right leg. See if you can bring the right foot up into the left thigh without using the hands. And then keep pulling the right knee back as well. As you feel steady here, right elbow reaches towards the right knee or the right thigh. But keep lifting up and out of the waist so that we're lengthening out down the left side body. On your inhale, come back up through center. Arms extend up overhead. And then exhale, cactus out the elbows, peel the heart towards sky. Inhale to release back up through center. Point the right knee to the front of the room. And then slow motion step back. Use an entire cycle of breath to get right toes to the back of the mat, crown of the head to reach to the front of the room. Soften the right knee down as you inhale, upper body lifts. Come up onto the left toes, inviting the hips down and forward and peel the heart open towards the sky. Inhale to release the back bend. Untuck the right toes. You're welcome to stay here or press into the top of the right foot. Keep pressing hips down and forward. Squeezing left toes back and right foot forward. Drop the right knee down, drop the left heel down, frame out the left foot, and then exhale, straighten out through left leg. Left toes pull back towards body, left hip pulls back to stay squared off with the right. And then rebend into the left knee. Right knee stays grounded to the floor. Inhale, kick the left toes all the way back. Open the heart to the front of the room and really pull the left toes high. The toes are pointed. Curl onto the right foot. Slow lift of the knee from the mat, but keep the heart open. On your exhale, round through the back body, knee to nose. Inhale to kick up, open the heart. Exhale to curl in, knee to nose. Last one, inhale, kick up, open the heart. Exhale, curl in. Step the left foot next to the right at the back of the mat, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And on your exhale, ripple forward, high plank, wrists underneath the shoulders. Slow lower all the way to the belly, and then slow press all the way back up. Exhale all the way to the belly. Inhale, press all the way back up. 2 more, exhale, lower. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower down, and release. Untuck the toes, arms come to airplane wings. We're gonna zip the legs up tight, and then inhale, lift the feet from the floor, heart from the floor, locust pose. Reach the left hand towards left knee, and then come back through center and over to the right. Back through center, over to the left, and then center over to the right. 1 or 2 more times on your own, lift even a little bit higher. We're engaging down the back body. And then come back through neutral. Release the heart to the floor, knees stay grounded. Press up into your tabletop position. As you do, shift to the fingertips and active round through the back body. Come back through neutral. Walk the hands back. This time on your inhale, we're gonna extend arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers, accept the index and the thumb. Press the tailbone forward so glutes are engaged, and then exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to come back through center. Cactus out the arms, open the heart. Glutes are super strong. Inhale, release the back bend. Clasp opposite shoulders and round through the back body. Inhale to open up. Pull the backs of the hands towards the back of the room. And then swap the grip and round through the back body. Inhale to come back to neutral. Drop the hands underneath the shoulders. Curl onto the toes, hips back, downward dog. On your next exhale, step, walk, handstand, hop, whatever gets you to the top of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Rebound to halfway lift. Open the mouth for your exhale, release. Inhale, rise, come all the way through standing, palms to touch, maybe a little back bend. And then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. We're gonna meet in a down dog, option to add a crow pose or a handstand or another shape along the way. Otherwise, you could just step back. You could hop back to a chaturanga, add on a flow of choice. Let it feel good, always the opportunity to make something up along the way. On your inhale, sweep the right toes high. On your exhale, step the right knee, or pull the right knee in and then step the right foot through. We're gonna pivot to the left skandasana, but stay at the top of the mat, so hips are on top of the right heel. Left leg is straight, left toes point up. Hands can be to the floor for support. You can always bring palms to touch at the heart for next kind of level of challenge. We're gonna keep the hips as low as we can. As you inhale, shift through center and over to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. One more, inhale through center, over to the left. The last one, we'll meet back at the top of the mat, over to the right. Our next transition up is gonna be all the way into a goddess pose. So the toes are gonna point to 11 and 1, or 10 and 2. On your inhale, come up. So toes point out slightly, deep bend in both knees. Palms are to touch at the heart. And then let's bring hands back to interlace at the base of the skull. We've been here before. Keep pulling elbows and knees open. Pull the rib cage in. On your exhale, left elbow towards left knee. It's okay if it doesn't come all the way. Keep opening right elbow up. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right. We're gonna pause here. Keep the right foot as it is. Straighten through the left leg and spin the left foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. So now we're in a funky side angle pose. Both hands to the front of the room. We're gonna pivot to our power lunge onto the ball of the left foot, hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat. Inhale to come up high crescent. On your exhale, cactus out the arms, open the heart. Inhale back up, high crescent. Exhale, warrior three. Weight comes into the right foot, left toes lift. So spine and left leg are parallel to the floor. On your exhale, bend into both knees until left knee comes all the way to the floor on the outside edge of the right foot. Hips drop all the way down to the mat. Palms to touch at the heart. Modify as you need. On your exhale, we're going to twist the upper body to the right. So left elbow hooks to outside of right knee. Inhale to release the twist of upper body. Reground into this right foot. This might not be a pretty transition, that's okay. We're gonna open up into a half moon. So lifting the hips, weight is in this right foot, left toes, left fingertips open up. Think of stacking left shoulder and left hip on top of right. Then we're gonna play. You can stay right here, or maybe right hand reaches to the back of the room, so right elbow comes towards belly button, and then left fingertips reach to the front of the room. Lengthening left side. Bend into the right knee, left foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Come all the way up, reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands. Frame out the right foot, step back, high plank. Either add on your vinyasa or send the hips straight back, downward dog. All right, we get to do that one again. Whew, that's a fun one. Inhale, sweep the left toes high. Exhale, knee into the chest, step the foot all the way through. Pivot to the right, Skandasana. Apologize, my back is gonna be to you guys for the majority of this flow. Hands to the floor or palms to touch at the heart. Keep the hips as low as you can as you inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back through center, over to the right. Last one, all the way back to the top of the mat, hips on top of left heel. All right, we're coming up for our goddess pose, so toes are gonna point out slightly, deep bend in both knees. This time, arms come to a cactus, and then hands interlace at the base of the skull. Exhale, right elbow towards right knee. Keep peeling left elbow open. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Let's pause here. And then flip the right foot so it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. Kind of a funky extended side angle. Extend fingertips to the front of the room. Take a big inhale here. On your exhale, shift to the right toes. Crown of the head reaches forward. On your inhale, come all the way up, high crescent. With your exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, back up through center. On your exhale, warrior three, shift off of the right toes, spine parallel to the floor, right leg parallel to the floor. Full cycle of breath here. Pull the back of the heart up towards the sky. Start to take a slow bend into the left knee. Right knee is gonna drop all the way to the floor on the outside edge of the left foot. Palms come to touch at the heart. Find a long spine here to start. On your exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks to the outside of left knee. Inhale to come back through center. We're gonna reground into this left foot. Take as much time as you need to get there. You don't need to be exactly with my cues. On your inhale, we're gonna open up half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So again, think of stacking right hip and right shoulder on top of the left. If this is where you're hanging, stay right here. Left hand could reach to the back of the room, so elbow towards belly button. Right fingertips could reach forward. Really testing balance here, but lengthening out right side body. Whew. Bend into the left knee. We're gonna land with right foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Windmill the arms open, reverse warrior. And on your exhale, cartwheel hands. Frame out left foot, step back, high plank. Either a vinyasa or send the hips straight back, meeting in a downward dog. Open the mouth for an exhale here. On your next exhale, we're gonna play with a hop, but you could step there. Landing feet at the top of the mat, knees stay together, hips are low. And then on your exhale, we're gonna hop right back, but landing in a chaturanga. So exhale, toes to the back of the mat, elbows stay bent. Press up, high plank. Bend into the knees. Knees stay together, hop to the top of the mat. One more time, exhale, chaturanga. Press up, high plank. Bend into the knees. Exhale, hop the feet to the top of the mat. Come up as high as you can onto the toes. On your inhale, upper body lifts. Imagine that there's a wall behind your back. And then keep squeezing inner thighs together, knees together. Slowly come all the way up to standing. Stay on the toes. Keep the legs straight. Dive the heart forward. Opening the arms to airplane wings behind you. Drinking bird. Soften the heels to the floor. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale to release. One more opportunity for a crow pose or an inversion. Crow would be knees to the backs of the arms, lifting one foot, maybe both feet. We'll meet in our final down dog. That went fast. But anything you'd like along the way is welcome. So from your crow pose, you could hop back, float back, vinyasa back, handstand back. Let's shorten the stance of the down dog just slightly and step the feet a little bit wide. Coming into my favorite twist. You've maybe done this with me before. The left hand stays planted, right hand reaches for outside of the left leg. Use each exhale to deepen the twist. Think of wrapping the lungs around the heart. Inhale to come back through center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale to come back through center. Drop the knees to the floor. Bring the knees in towards each other, but keep the feet wide, untucking the toes, and see if you can sit back in between the feet. If this causes tension in the knees, sit up onto a prop, block, bolster, blanket, rolled up sweatshirt. You can either hang out right here, or you could bring hands to the floor. You could bring forearms to the floor. You could eventually work your way all the way to the spine if that's supported. And then if you've lowered onto the back, we'll press up to forearms first, and then to the hands. Eventually all the way through center and cross over the ankles. We're gonna plant the left foot to the floor, and then cross the right ankle over the left knee. This might be enough of a stretch for you. You can roll out the right ankle, or you can start to walk the upper body into the right thigh, right shin. Active pull of right toes back. And then plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Fingers point towards the heels. We're going to keep the legs as they are. If you can, inhale, lift the hips. Keep pulling right knee down towards the floor. Drop the hips back down. One more time here. We're going to keep the legs as they are. Twist the upper body to the left so the right foot plants. And then twist the upper body to the right. Inhale back through center. Right foot plants to the floor, left ankle crosses over right knee. You can hang out here. If this is too intense, walk the hands back. You can be all the way here. You could even be down on the forearms if you need to for mobility in the hip. Or you can walk the upper body in, heart towards the left leg. Keep the spine as tall as you can here. Pull left toes back. And then palms to the floor underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hips. Keep pulling left knee down towards the floor. Shoulders together on back body. And dropping the hips back down. both legs. Windshield wiper over to the right so that the bottom of the left foot plants to the floor, and then drop the right shoulder towards the left knee so that you can twist the upper body to the left. Gaze might come down towards left fingertips-ish, but not cranking on the neck. Inhale to come back through center. Left foot plants next to the right foot. We're going to clasp opposite elbows around the knees. Chin in towards chest, forehead to the knees. Tight squeeze in. And releasing back through center. Our last shape. You can either come down onto your back for Shavasana, or you can join me in a seat for 1 minute of meditation. Promise you can do 1 minute. Closing the eyes, whether you're on your back or in a seat. And the first thing I'd like you to do as you land is open your mouth for your next exhale. We talk so much about presence and finding presence and being present and here. And when we talk about practices that include the word embodied, we're talking about being present in the body as it is right here. And the body is a really incredible tool. It feeds us information. So you might even tune into the felt sense of the heartbeat, of the lungs breathing, of the blood flowing through the body. Maybe the sensation of temperature on the skin, on that outward surface, the outer layer of you. And these are all things that we can come back to off of our mat throughout the day when we go into the world. If you find yourself wrapped up in any train of thought that is not rooted in the present, come back to the blood flowing, the heart beating, the lungs breathing in and out. Hands can either come to the heart or stay resting wherever they are at. Thank you guys so much for playing. Namaste.